Australia is home to some great universities. You'll find them all across this sunny land. The top 10 are all good choices for getting your degree. Let's explore them now.
Number 10, Macquarie University. Macquarie is a rising university that has grown along with the northwestern region of Sydney. It has close to 45,000 students, most of whom are Australians doing their first degree. A quarter of students are international, which is fewer than usual for an Australian university. Macquarie has established a strong academic reputation since it was founded in 1964, moving inside the world's top 200 according to most ranking methods. The Macquarie campus is positioned in a busy part of outer Sydney, around 16 kilometres from the city centre. It shares the area with global companies such as Cochlear and Microsoft. A major Sydney train station is virtually at the front gate, and a shopping complex is across the road. The campus itself is large, with a lake and parklands, though most buildings are clustered close together. Using student enrolments as a guide, Macquarie is strongest in the humanities and social sciences, followed by management and information technology. Students choose Macquarie because of its location and growing reputation. University life here is suburban. The campus has good day-to-day energy, helped by a young student population and being away from the Sydney CBD. Students make connections through group project work and by joining clubs and societies.
Number 9, University of Technology Sydney. UTS brings higher education to downtown Sydney. The nearest rival to Australia's elite group of 8 universities is next to Central Station in the heart of the city. UTS attracts over 50,000 students despite tough entry standards. Just over a quarter are from overseas. UTS is typically ranked among the top 200 universities in the world and breaks into the top 100 in the latest QS rankings. The campus is embedded into the city of Sydney, with academic buildings taking their place alongside high-rises. Only a small part of the uni has an outdoor campus vibe. Students often walk between buildings through city streets, laneways, and public spaces. As a technology university, enrolments are highest in fields such as engineering and design, management, and information technology. There's relatively little in the way of social sciences and humanities. University life at UTS is all about the city. Most students commute in from across Sydney rather than living nearby, and the pace is fast. There's no campus culture to fall into, so students who get involved tend to do so deliberately through clubs, societies, and group work.
Number 8, Adelaide University. Adelaide University is the new powerhouse among Australian universities. It was formed in 2026 from the merger of South Australia's 2 largest unis. With close to 65,000 enrolments, it's the 6th biggest university in the country. Approximately 1 in 4 students are from overseas. Most students attend the city campus, located in the northern section of the Adelaide city centre, bordered by the Torrens River. It is a traditional enclosed campus in parts, but also incorporates office buildings. Adelaide is a city of around 1.5 million people and is generally open and calm. The campus has a similar vibe, partly because it neighbours the State Gallery, Museum and Library. Adelaide University covers all the popular degrees and even has a significant online learning component. But health is a key strength. With close to 15,500 students in health-related courses, it has the biggest health faculty in Australia. The uni is generally ranked just outside the top 100 globally, depending on the ranking system. This ranking strength is largely inherited from the former University of Adelaide, one of the 2 merging institutions. The other, the University of South Australia, was typically ranked outside the top 300. Uni life here feels closer to a regional campus than a capital city. But there are plenty of opportunities to join clubs and societies to meet people. The campus is well connected to public transport, giving students different accommodation options, including the ability to live cheaply in the suburbs.
Number 7, University of Western Australia. UWA is the highest ranking university in Perth, Western Australia. With reasonably tough entry standards, only around 30,000 students study here, making it the third biggest uni in the West. The spacious, green campus borders the Swan River and makes for an excellent study environment. There are large open spaces and scenic walking paths. Combined with the sunny Perth climate, the setting is peaceful and calming. You're also just a short bus ride from the city centre. The University of Western Australia is quite specialised and, unusually, has just as many men as women attending. While the uni offers most courses, enrolments are skewed towards science and engineering. In fact, with 24% of students studying natural and physical sciences, UWA has the highest proportion of science students of any Australian university. UWA is ranked on the fringes of the world's top 100 universities, thanks to a strong international research profile. Uni life here is what you make of it. The platform for a well-rounded lifestyle is there, with fresh air, nature, and great beaches all within reach. The city also gets busy on weekends. Perth rents are cheaper than Sydney or Melbourne, although it can be expensive to live in prime areas near the campus.
Number 6, Australian National University. ANU is the prime university in Australia's capital city, Canberra. It is research intensive and quite small by Australian standards, with only around 23,000 students. Just over half are doing bachelor degrees, and more than 2 in 5 are from abroad. The campus is well positioned next to the city centre and Lake Burley-Griffin. Sullivan's Creek runs through it, providing calming water features, while Black Mountain rises behind. The vibe is quiet, green, and academic, more like a research park than a conventional campus. Canberra Park gives it a focal point, with plenty of food options and services for students. ANU is quite specialised. The subject mix is heavily weighted towards society and cultural studies, such as public policy and law. 43% of students are in such fields, far above the national average of 18%. ANU has an average world ranking of 79 and is ranked as high as 32 by QS. It is consistently rated among the world's top 100 unis due to its strong name and research profile. Student life can appear quiet on the surface, but there is plenty to do for physically or socially active students. Many live nearby in the inner north. Most get around on foot, by bike, or by bus. Scenic walking and cycle paths are everywhere, and the city centre is close to campus.
Number 5, University of Queensland. UQ is the top university in Queensland and the go-to destination for Brisbane school leavers. It's also the 8th largest uni in Australia, with over 57,000 students. They get to enjoy a picturesque campus in the suburb of St Lucia, around 7 kilometres from central Brisbane. Virtually the whole campus is wrapped on 3 sides by the Brisbane River. Manicured grounds incorporate sandstone buildings, wide lawns, and jacaranda trees. Most students spend their entire day on campus, taking advantage of the warm Brisbane weather. The university is general rather than specialised. While the business faculty is the largest, the enrolment mix is weighted towards engineering and science. UQ has an average world ranking of 59, but takes position 42 with QS. By any credible measure, it's easily among the top 100 universities in the world. This place offers one of the best campus experiences in Australia. While the city centre isn't far away, the campus is separate enough to create its own energy. Many students live nearby. If you're ever short of friends or ideas for something to do, more than 220 clubs and societies are available to join.
Number 4, Monash University. Monash is the biggest university in Australia with more than 93,000 enrolled. It has the most students doing bachelor degrees and the largest intake from abroad. Monash is often ranked just outside the world's top 50 universities, although QS currently has it in the 36th position globally. The uni avoids space constraints by having multiple campuses and being based in the outer suburbs of Melbourne. The main campus is at Clayton, around 20 kilometres from the Melbourne city centre. The site is functional, if not elegant, with enough spacing and native greenery to produce a peaceful vibe. As you might expect from such a massive university, each faculty is large, with students spread generously across all study fields. The student demographics are typical, apart from scale. University life at Monash is difficult to pin down when there are so many students and different experiences, but generally it is suburban living, with students often choosing locations between the city and the campus.
Number 3, University of New South Wales. UNSW is the biggest university in Sydney, with more than 82,000 students. Nationally, it's second only to Monash for total enrolments. Interestingly, it has more males attending than any other Australian uni. They comprise 54% of enrolments, which is also the highest percentage nationally. UNSW has a prime location in Sydney's eastern suburbs at Kensington, not far from the city centre, and also a short bus ride from Coogee Beach. The campus is huge and has upper and lower levels, which can mean significant walking to get to class. The university also holds national records for faculty size. UNSW has the most students enrolled in both engineering and information technology degrees. It's also big for business studies, with more students enrolled in this field than any of the other top 10 universities. UNSW is prominent in world university rankings, appearing just inside the top 20 list of QS. Other ranking agencies place it outside the top 50. Overall, it is very close to the second-ranked uni in Australia. Student life at UNSW is more than just study, with plenty of opportunity to enjoy a well-balanced lifestyle. Uni-administered clubs and societies are plentiful, and the campus is replete with sports facilities.
Number 2, University of Sydney. Sydney Uni is the third largest university in Australia, with close to 79,000 students. Australians are actually a minority here, with international enrolments making up just over half of the student body. You can tell Sydney Uni is prestigious as soon as you encounter the campus. It's close to the city centre and has a strong Oxford and Cambridge influence. The central buildings are built in Gothic Revival sandstone, with quadrangles, towers and cloisters arranged around wide lawns. The campus borders busy Broadway Road, but also scenic Victoria Park, mirroring the contrast between high-paced Sydney streets and the calmer university grounds. Sydney Uni has a broad and fairly typical subject mix, but it stands out in society and culture fields. Around 17,300 students are enrolled in areas such as law, social sciences, and psychology, the largest concentration of its kind in Australia. In world rankings, the University of Sydney usually falls somewhere around the top 50, depending on the methodology. It jostles with other Australian unis featuring in the top 5 nationally. Student life here can be exciting, especially if you can afford to live locally or are willing to join some of the many clubs and societies. Nearby areas are youthful and lively, and the city centre is a short ride away by bus or tram.
Number 1, University of Melbourne. Melbourne Uni consistently ranks as Australia's top university. Every major ranking system has it first in the country. It's also ranked among the top 40 in the world, with an average global position of 32. The Parkville campus is just north of the CBD, bordered by leafy and expensive inner-city suburbs. The campus is visually striking, with wide lawns and mature trees, and historic sandstone buildings arranged around courtyards and walkways. Melbourne University is huge, with more than 75,000 students. Numbers are swollen by a massive intake of graduate students. With more than 42,000 postgraduate enrolments, which is 56% of the total, it is the largest graduate institution in the country. Melbourne Uni covers most major fields, but is numerically strongest in the sciences. It has the largest natural and physical sciences faculty in Australia. While entry standards are similar to some of its top 10 rivals, the university is still considered the hardest to get into. Uni life can be on the quiet side, but it's a matter of choice. The campus is primarily a place of learning, especially with so much research activity and postgraduate study. Melbourne itself offers heaps to do, and the uni has numerous clubs and societies for students who want to get involved.